The most controversial and most mysterious figures in rock. He's even asked to be referred to only as a symbol, but for clarity in this story, we'll call him Prince. Today on AJ Up Close, Jim Paymar peels away some of the mystery.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Palace of Prince.
We'll drain you, drain you, drain you, and drain you.
I am put this in a way so not to offend or unnerve.
We were victims of his success.
When all I want to do is wrong.
They would burn out so fast, and then they were gone, and then they were bitter.
Over the years, many people who've worked with or closely watched the artist always known as Prince say he is often anything but a prince of a man. Prince observer Cheryl Johnson writes for the Minneapolis Star-Tribune.
He manipulates the media and the public all the time.
A master musician without question, but there are many who say Prince's climb to stardom has come in part at their expense. And we can see and understand Prince much better by coming to his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. He was born and raised here and long produced much of his music in the Twin Cities. So his personality and some of his problems are well documented. He was born Prince Roger Nelson back in 1958, and it didn't take him long to stand out. The kid some called Skipper had music in his blood, was writing songs when other kids were playing on the merry-go-round. But he was a boy whose family life wasn't stable or easy. His dad moved out, and Prince moved around, spending many of his early years searching for a place to call home. Songwriting became an escape and a passion. In his mid-teens, he was regarded as an undisputed genius. You could feel the commitment and ambition in his eyes. Mind-boggling success at an early age sent Prince racing through the 80s, setting up the giant recording studio Paisley Park. Through the 80s, his videos and his concerts often offered sexually provocative lyrics. Ladies, and a legend formed around him. But as Prince marched on, many around him felt stepped on, used up, just plain expendable.
I'm the one who got screwed.
Video and film director Rob Bourne worked closely with Prince in the early 90s.
Just to give you an idea here, working at Paisley Park is a lot like being a member of a dysfunctional family. If you're with him, great. If you're not, get out of my face, because there's somebody else in line who will come in and fill that spot.
But Bourne says his biggest problem was getting paid on time.
It was about 10.5 months of really being dead in the water.
Even though Bourne supervised much of this hit video and many other special Prince projects, he says his account with the superstar, at times totaling hundreds of thousands of dollars, wasn't paid until he said he'd go to the media or to court.
Oh, my God.
Bourne says some payments finally came, but it was too late.
My company, Point of View Films, declared bankruptcy.
Rob Bourne doesn't stand alone. Former contractors, suppliers, employees, and artists across the Twin Cities tell us of cases of working with Prince-owned companies or Prince himself, where money was owed but not paid without a lawsuit or the threat of one. Promises made, not kept.
It wasn't Prince the human being. It was bigger by that time. It was Prince the genre.
Artists Gary and Sousa Rotka count themselves among the damaged. They sculpt walking sticks. They made 6 of them with the famous Prince symbol built into them, with which Prince used to strut.
That was at the Academy Awards in 1994.
He's carrying the walking stick that we made.
That wasn't paid for.
That wasn't paid for. Absolutely.
Thousands of dollars from Prince's empire, a small sum, but the couple says they weren't paid until they took Paisley Park and Prince to court. And yes, there's another lawsuit pending in Chicago, a guitar maker claiming copyright infringement, alleging that he designed the prototype of the famous cymbal-shaped guitar Prince uses. He says he was never compensated as promised. Prince strongly denies the claim. One of his attorneys has reportedly called it an extortion attempt. But why does Prince keep getting drawn into complaints about his business judgment and the way he treats some people? Many say so often he just tries to do so much and doesn't care enough about anyone other than himself.
I hope and pray that he is able to find some solace and comfort and maybe change his ways a bit.
The artist formerly known as Prince had no comment on our report.
The premiere of the exclusive VH1-to-1 interview with